All right, this is my video for my modifications to the Bissell Garage Pro garage vac, wet dry, that I have hooked up to a dust deputy. And I'm going to show you my first change, because anybody who owns the Garage Pro knows what a pain in the ass it is to clean or change the filter when it's time to clean and change it. So I can back up a little bit here. You can see what I've got there is a 10 micron stainless steel mesh over the filter opening, with the filter clean behind it, so that when it's time that it feels like maybe it's getting a little dirty, I can just undo this big band clamp that I have around this and take this off. But you can actually just, all right, for the most part, swipe this clean. And you can kind of see some of that dust falling off of it. This doesn't really clog up too much, just with real fine debris, so real fine dust, because all of my dirt goes into my dust deputy. In fact, I'll show you the bucket from the Bissell Garage Pro. That's a piece of dirt that was in there already. There's nothing in there, because all of my debris and dirt goes inside of my dust deputy. So I hardly ever have to clean the filter that's on this, because this filter is a total pain in the butt to clean. Now what I've also done is taken out the wet dry sensor that you can see right there. I've sealed it up with RTV. I sealed up the inlet right here with RTV, excuse me, and smoothed it out and sealed up everything else in here, because I never I never had planned on this being used as a wet dry vac. So I just sealed it all up, took the sensor out, and I actually use these silicone couplers that people make for turbo parts on cars, turbo adapters, turbo inlets, piping, and all that. And then I use these little thumb screw worm clamps to attach everything. It's got a 2.5 inch hose going to that, and then you can use the regular Garage Pro hose if you want on the dust deputy. But what I've done is filed off the ridge that's on this, and I've actually got, again, another silicone coupler that this fits perfectly tight into and completely seals. So there's no leakage of any kind. You can take that off. You can use a 2.5 inch hose. You can use a 7 inch and 7/8 hose with an adapter. I believe this opening is 1 7/8. The 2.5 inch hose fits right over this. There's no adapter needed. It's kind of got a tapered end to it. 2.5 inch hose goes right over it. And then what I've got on this end is just you know, you get like those kits that have all your connection pieces for your 2.5 inch hose, and this is just, you can put this on any corrugated 2.5 inch hose, and then with my silicone adapter that goes right in there and butts right up against the inlet of the Bissell, and then I just tighten these down. Airtight seal. And then I took out the exhausts on this. When I took it apart last to get it all cleaned up, I took it completely apart, inside and out. Cleaned out everything before getting to this kind of setup, because it had gotten so dirty inside from its just regular function. So I cleaned out everything, and I just found no need to have the exhaust on, because I felt like the exhaust system with the little adapter where you can connect the hose to make it a blower, I was never going to use, and I felt like it was restricting exhaust flow. And I wanted to optimize airflow in and out. So I have no restriction of that muffler, and I don't care how loud that is, because it's in the garage, and that's not something I'm concerned about. So I'll go ahead and put this back together and do a little demonstration and show you that nothing goes, dust, yes, some, obviously very fine dust, but no larger debris goes into this at all.